Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast for today, Tuesday, October 13th, 2015. I am your presenter, Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Now for the news in detail. Taking advantage of the home mortgage scheme offered by the Nevis Housing and Land Development Corporation has resulted in substantial savings for the corporation's clients. That is according to General Manager Dexter Boncamper, who says the scheme offers a discount to homeowners who have their mortgages with the NHLDC.
What we are encouraging is for those persons to go to a financial institution here in Ireland and transfer those mortgages to that financial institution, and we are offering them a 15% discount on their present balance, along with all legal fees associated with the transfer.
So far, 11 homeowners, according to Boncamper, have seen a cumulative savings of more than $280,000.
We have already moved 11 mortgages from the corporation to the financial institution at a tune of over $2 million. And the homeowners saw savings of $288,000. Looking at my file here, customer has realized savings up to $34,000. So I'm appealing to those persons who have their mortgages with us to take advantage of it.
Boncamper is encouraging homeowners to take advantage of the corporation's mortgage scheme, noting that it is also a means of homeowners obtaining the title to their land.
If you stay and pay through the corporation, you have 30 years to pay, but you will not have ownership to that property until you pay it off in full. So when you transfer to the financial institution, then the COT will then be prepared in your name, and that financial institution will have it as their security. So that's a plus for the homeowner.
Homeowners who are interested in taking advantage of the NHLDC's home mortgage scheme should visit the corporation's housing department at Bellevue.
We'll give you a letter to take to any financial institution of your choice, and then you'll go there and they will process it as a normal loan. They will contact us if you're qualified, and then we will liaise with them and send them the necessary information that they want.
General Manager of the Nevis Housing and Land Development Corporation, Dexter Boncamper. Social protection and agriculture, breaking the cycle of rural poverty, is this year's theme for World Food Day, which is observed annually on October 16th. According to Permanent Secretary Eric Evelyn, to mark the observance, the Ministry of Agriculture, in collaboration with the Social Services Department, is hosting a week of activities that began yesterday, Monday, October 12th, with talks in the schools at the Gingerland Secondary School.
Tuesday, the 13th of October, we will be having the establishment of 2 backyard gardens, and that will be done in both St. James and St. George's parishes. That again is being done in conjunction with the Social Services Department.
Today, officials from the ministry were expected to visit the St. Thomas's Primary School.
On Wednesday, the 14th of October, we have the establishment of a vegetable garden, and this time this will be done at the Gingerland Preschool. In essence, establishing a school garden in the preschool or in the secondary or in the primary school is in essence a step forward in getting the school children to eat more local, to eat healthier stuff, and to eat what is grown locally.
Talks in schools will continue on Wednesday with the Ivor Walters Primary and the Charlestown Secondary Schools. On Wednesday evening, officers from the Department of Agriculture will be guests on Vaughan Radio's On the Mark program to talk about World Food Day and what is happening in agriculture on the island of Nevis.
On Thursday, the 15th of October, that's the day just before World Food Day, we'll have talks in schools again, and this time the officers from the Department of Agriculture and Social Services will be heading to the Charlestown Primary School as well as the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School.
Evelyn says the main activity is planned for Friday, World Food Day.
Members of staff from the department will be featured on the morning devotions program on Von Radio from 6 o'clock. And then we'll have the traditional World Food Day speech by the Honorable Minister of Agriculture in the Nevis Island Administration, the Honorable Alexis Jeffers. That address will be broadcast both on television and NTV on the evening of the 16th of October, and the morning of the 16th of October it will be aired on Von Radio as well. And our main focus, our main activity during the week will be a sale at the public market in Charlestown, and that will go from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Eric Evelyn. 4 members of a Minority Health and Health Disparities International Research Training MHERT group yesterday, Monday, October 12th, presented the findings of its research study on the prevalence and distribution of type 2 diabetes in St. Kitts and Nevis. The 4 students were members of a research team led by Dr. Janita Richardson of the University of Virginia. Her team was comprised of students from the University of Virginia, as well as Ajari Brown and Noelicia Swaby of the Nevis Sixth Form College, and Aisha Herbert and Michelle Crawford of the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College.
Approximately 17% of the records were diabetic, and females accounted for 72% of all the diabetic cases.
Approximately 24.6% of the sample recorded noted a hypertension diagnosis. Females showed a 68.5% of the hypertensive cases, and looking at the clinics, you can realize that Butlers and Combermere had a high increase. In the summary of metabolic screenings, you can see approximately that 51% of the recorded fasting blood sugars levels were high, and approximately 41% had a high blood pressure. 72% had a combined high cholesterol levels, and 14% had a high triglyceride level. And this was for the sample size, which was drawn from the chart review participants who were diagnosed with a type 2 diabetes in respect of our unit of analysis.
Based on the data collected, a link was made between diabetes and its risk factors.
We realized that out of the identified diabetics, approximately 27% had high cholesterol and 45.9% had high blood pressure.
Recommendations were also made based on the percentage of diabetic cases in the sample.
We recommend that particular attention be paid to Charlestown Clinic. Also recommend diabetes prevention interventions targeting hypertensive patients in all clinics. We recommend that particular attention devoted to female patients who are hypertensive, diabetic, or at risk of diabetes, and those between the ages of 50 to 75. We also recommend specific health interventions for patients diagnosed with both hypertension and high cholesterol to better prevent diabetic cases.
According to Permanent Secretary Nicole Slack-Liburd, the study was conducted in tandem with the policy goal of the National Policy and Plan for Non-Communicable Diseases 2013 to 2017, which is to reduce the burden of chronic NCDs.
The data presented this morning will provide the Ministry of Health with strategic information related to the prevalence and distribution of type 2 diabetes in the population, and will also include data on the clinical management of persons with diabetes and hypertension who access care at 6 public health facilities on the island. It will also provide data on knowledge, attitudes, beliefs about diabetes in the general population. This data will assist us in the identification of gaps that exist in our diabetes prevention, care, and treatment programs, and allow for improvements in these services.
The National Policy and Plan for Non-Communicable Diseases seeks to promote healthy lifestyles, reduce the prevalence of common risk factors, and provide integrative evidence-based treatment options to those diagnosed with NCDs in the most cost-effective way. Still to come.
Let me take this opportunity to congratulate you, but also to encourage you to continue to work hard.
The details after this break.
Hey, You know, it's your groovy soca monarch king, your boy Speedy, and I'm here with the Inland Revenue Department, and I love my side dish. And guess what? I also love Nevis too. And as a responsible taxpayer, your tax dollars help to build our nation. So I'm here to tell you, pay your taxes on time and be a responsible citizen. And don't get me wrong, it's a serious song. I pay my taxes. Boom!
Welcome back. The credit union as a movement is very focused on community development. Those were remarks made by Colin Walwyn, president of the Nevis Cooperative Credit Union NCCU, during a ceremony held yesterday, Monday, October 12th, to award 2 secondary school students, the newest recipients of the NCCU scholarships.
It goes without saying that by you being here, that you must have been recognized for your outstanding work thus far. And let me take this opportunity to congratulate you, but also to encourage you to continue to work hard. This scholarship award takes the student straight through to their secondary and then their tertiary education. And if so desire, we also find placement within the credit union for employment during the summertime and other school breaks. I encourage the parents to continue your hard work, to support them in any which way, and do not be afraid to call on the credit union when the need arises. The guidance council of the schools, you also have a very important role to play because they are also reflecting what happens at the school. And so we would ask for you to continue to give them your guidance and support.
Former NCCU scholarship holder and reigning Miss Culture, Ivania Thibu, made the presentations to the students. Aljabari Maynard of the Charlestown Secondary School and Trevincia Brown of the Gingerland Secondary School.
I would like to thank the Nevis Cooperative Credit Union for giving me this scholarship, and I will put it in good use, and I will continue to do my work.
I'd like to thank the Nevis Cooperative Credit Union for the scholarship, and I will put it to good use.
Yesterday's scholarship awards ceremony was one of the activities which has been held by the Nevis Cooperative Credit Union in observance of International Credit Union Month. As the observance coincides with the celebration of International Month of Older Persons, the NCCU also used the opportunity to make a donation to the Social Services Department's Senior Citizens Division. NCCU member Vernal Powell made the presentation.
Our theme also is people helping people. And so we're here because we are told from the good book that it is better to give than to receive. And I want to assure you that the credit union come this morning fully prepared to fulfill the dictates of Ecclesiastics that says, and the dictates of that, I think it's 10:19, say, money answereth all things. And so we come with money to answer a whole lot of things. And I am sure that it will be put to good use, and it would be used specifically for the seniors because it is given for that purpose.
I recognize that the credit union remains very committed. Every year at this time, they always give us a really sizable donation, and we're really grateful. We have a really lovely package prepared for the seniors. They've already started, and we're just not even halfway through the month, and I'm sure that this check will go a long way to realizing what we've got planned for them. I want to thank you on behalf of the seniors. We pray that you would remain committed, and I take this time too to thank all those others who've been donated to make the activities a reality for the seniors.
Coordinator of the Senior Citizens Division, Garcia Hendrickson. Meantime, the Seniors Fun and Action Games comes up on Thursday of this week. The activity is the first of its kind to be put on by the Senior Citizens Division.
And we have a number of senior-friendly games. Now, the longest race is 40 meters. Okay. We're not doing anything that's impractical or harmful to the seniors. So we have gauged everything according to their age and their ability. So we have the lime and spoon, we have the three-legged, we have threading the needle, we have the relays. You should have seen them practicing. We have running forward, running backwards. Imagine. Okay. Please, seniors, those of you who are coming, put on a broad hat. You know the sun hot, and come in something comfortable that you can move your legs and run. After the games, we're going to have a prize giving.
The activity is a collaboration of the Mental Health Unit, Red Cross, and the Senior Citizens Division.
We are going to be having stalls. Persons can pay and have a stall, right? Because it's also a fundraiser. It's $5 entrance fee for adults and $2 for children. And we want the seniors from St. Kitts to come over. Of course, unfortunately, they can't participate, but they can participate in the cheering on.
The inaugural Seniors Fun and Action Games is slated for 1 p.m. on Thursday, October 15th at the El Camino T. Willett Park. That's it for tonight's edition of the Nevis Newscast. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing. Good night.